The Great Decoupling, a sociological view of the global and local economy. As a sociologist grounded in behavioral science, I analyze the economy not as an abstract force, but as a system of human behaviors and institutional links. Many wonder why the global economy avoids a total bust despite clear instability. The answer lies in its interconnected nature. It cannot free fall because it is anchored by a web of indispensable trade links. The US dollar remains the lifeblood of trade with crucial partners like the EU, Australia, Canada, and China. Regardless of political leadership, the fundamental incentive is to preserve these global circuits at all costs. The real trouble, however, is occurring at the local level. The domestic economy is being starved of the very resources that sustain the global system. There is no robust, reciprocal link through rising wages or affordable local supply chains to tether the prosperity of the global system to the well-being of the average citizen. This suggests the impending rupture will not be global, but local, a decoupling of Main Street from Wall Street. We see this when it becomes cheaper for Americans to import groceries from China than to source them locally, hollowing out domestic production. Nowhere is this decoupling more evident than in the housing market. The current surge in housing prices is a primary driver of inflation, yet it is detached from housing's social function. Artificially low interest rates and cheap loans generate profits for banks, landlords, and corporations, fueling a speculative, abstract economy. This speculation drives the market ever further from its meaningful purpose, providing shelter for workers, families, and ordinary people. This departure from reality was the cause of the 2008 crash, when workers could no longer sustain the inflated market, causing it to collapse. The critical difference today is that the market no longer depends on them. A self-sustaining class of investors from asset managers and corporations to aspiring individuals can keep the market aloft indefinitely. Workers and their families have become irrelevant to its calculus. Consequently, society is dividing into a new class structure, a technical investor class that participates in the asset economy, and a growing class of ex-workers who are locked out. The immediate supply and demand for housing is snapped up by those treating it as a commodity. The market's dynamics now create a push and pull, actively incentivizing individuals to join the investor sector to survive, thereby abandoning the ordinary sector. Paradoxically, this migration could be framed as a form of societal advancement, normalizing property investment as a primary wealth-building strategy. If enough people are absorbed into the investor class, it may eventually cool the speculative frenzy and establish a new, albeit deeply stratified, equilibrium. The system stabilizes not by including everyone, but by making a critical mass of people dependent on its continuation.